at the 100-metre marker. Sue Style from Mauler. Sue Style's in front. Mauler trying, but Sue Style's one from Mauler.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 245 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group and PlayUp. This week we are going to preview our 6 runners at Doomben on Saturday, but first we're going to say a little congratulations to Angela Jones, who got engaged to Kyle Wilson-Taylor.
Yeah, congrats to Ange and Jones. They're a good little couple. They're really good for each other, and it's great to see they bought a house not long ago together. So Kyle's decided to, I don't know whether he dropped down on one knee or not. I'm not sure how it'll
I'm sure he would have.
Not sure how she probably would have made him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, congratulations to both. They're both terrific young people, and I'm sure they're going to have a lovely life together.
They are. We have had another good week last week for the stable, highlighted by the win of Freedom Rally at Eagle Farm, a horse you do have a big opinion of.
Yeah, he definitely was the highlight. Freedom Rally, he's a nice horse. He improved significantly from the Wednesday to that Saturday race, and I suggest the format of that race would be pretty good. The way that he beat the second horse quite well and a good margin, then back to the field. So he done a good job, and onwards and upwards for him. He'll run again at Eagle Farm in a couple of weeks, and he's a really nice horse for the stable. He
is. Okay, on to the Brisbane Racing Club Metro meeting at Doomben on Saturday. The rail will be in the 3-metre position. The track is currently a soft 7, with a forecast for mostly sunny days ahead. How do you think the track will play on Saturday? Yeah,
it's a good question. Being winter and we haven't had a lot of warmth in the days this week. Yesterday was probably the nicest day we've had since that bit of rain we got. And we didn't get a whole lot. I'd imagine we get back to somewhere between a 5 and a 6, but I just know at this time of the year the track just doesn't dry out like it can, and they're winter tracks, they've got a bit of wear in them, been racing throughout the carnival, etc. So I wouldn't expect to be back on a really firm deck. I think in saying that, I don't think the track will affect all that many horses. We'll certainly have some juice in it on the weekend.
Race 1 is the cutest 2-year-old fillies handicap over the 1200 metres. Mighty will run in this, 58 kilos. Jimmy Orman will ride from barrier 11. She is paying $5.50 at the moment with PlayUp for the win and $1.95 for the place. She's one of only 3 in this race to have already had a race win. Hers was on debut in the summer. She's been a bit disappointing in her runs this winter, but has subsequently come out and impressed at the trials, and you put the blinkers on her here. Yeah,
she's done a lot wrong in the 2 runs in the winter, and it just nothing went right for her, and we went back to the drawing board, a touch with her, back out to Embrook, did a fair bit of equestrian work with Tisha and the team out there, did a really good job with her, brought her back in, put the shades on her, which I really felt would be a key gear change. She trialled terrific in them. I wanted a low draw on the weekend, I didn't get that. I've certainly found the right race. You don't get very many of these fillies only races in town outside of that one stakes race in the winter. There's not many that are racing against their own age and sex, so even off the wide draw, it's probably too good an option not to take up. I expect a far more forward showing with the shades on, and I think she's found the right race. If she can overcome the draw, she can overcome the field.
Okay. Move on to race 4 now, which is the fillies and mares no metro wins handicap over the 1110 metres. Inasec will run in this with 53 kilos using Angela Jones's 1.5 kilo claim. She'll jump from barrier 10 with PlayUp. She's paying $2.35 to win and $1.30 for the place. After a win at this distance back in April, she's had 3 consecutive seconds at Doomben by less than a head or less, and she gets in light here with Angela's claim, but she does have the white gate to contend with.
Yeah, she's forever the bridesmaid, never the bride at the moment. This one, I thought she won the other day in town. I was on the way home. I thought she got the head down, just head come up, and the other things was down on the line. She's racing really well without winning. I feel like a broken record today in this when I do this preview. These wide draws are really frustrating. She'll enjoy the ground, bit of cut in the ground will help her and suit her. She's just got to overcome this barrier. The 1100 metre start, it's not great wide draws. You go onto that 900 metre corner quite quickly. So she's got to overcome that draw. One thing about her, this preparation, has shown good versatility with her racing. She used to be a real just, out in front screaming along sort of filly, but she's sort of shown now if she can be ridden with a bit of cover, she can really find the line, and we'll endeavour to probably have to do that here off this wideish draw, is try and find a midfield spot with a bit of cover. If she can find that and track plays fair, she can race well. She's certainly got the right form to win the race. She's weighted to win the race. It's just a matter of Ange being able to give her the right run off an awkward draw.
Fair enough. We'll move on to race 5, which is the Class 6 handicap over the 1615 metres. We'll have 2 runners in this. The first one we'll discuss is Ashgrove. He will carry 58 kilos. Jimmy Orman on board barrier 4 with PlayUp. Ashgrove is paying $3.60 to win and $1.50 for the place. He is second up on Saturday and out to the mile, and he has won at this track and trip, and it was a really good run first up against some good 1350 metre horses.
Yeah, it was. They're just too sharp for him. He got a lovely run in behind them, and the market sort of indicated they felt he was going to run really well, and he did. He was good on the line. He never really got a lot of room in the straight. They were coming off fence. That inside was a bit inferior, and where he was trying to go, he never really got a clean run through. But I thought he raced really well. He'll improve second up out to the mile. He's better for that run. His work's been really, really good here Tuesday. He maps to get a beautiful run, you know, 4th, 5th, something like that, just behind the speed. I think he's a big improver. He looks really well placed.
The second runner we have is Love Sensation. She'll carry 54 kilos with Angela Jones's 1.5 kilo claim. She's drawn barrier 11. She's paying $4.40 to win and $1.70 for the place with PlayUp. This will be her first start for us at the mile. Back 2 seasons ago, she was a close second in a Group 3 mile for 3-year-olds at Moonee Valley. Last start, she was right in the finish over the 1400 metres at the Sunshine Coast and does drop 4 kilos for this, but does have an awkward draw as well.
Yeah, I had a good chat to Peter Raffy, her owner, who's over in Greece yesterday on WhatsApp, and you know he's been of the opinion for a bit, and I echo the sentiments. We come down in weight and we go up to the mile. We're pretty keen to get her at the mile. We had her in the 1350 on the same day. I was probably a bit more keener to go there off the better draw. I don't love wide draws here at the mile at Doomben. But we've come to the conclusion we really want to try her at the mile. She's very fit, very well. She'll really enjoy this track with a bit of cut, and it'll absolutely suit her. Raffy feels that we'll get across from the barrier, and if we can get outside lead or 1-1, she can run really well. The key to her running a good mile here at Doomben is just getting that right run. So it makes it a bit trickier off a wide draw. But with luck in her favour and a light weight, if we can secure the right run, that soft run just behind them, in that second pair, she can race really well. She's in good order. I can't get her any fitter and better than what she is at the moment. So she's in the right shape. We just got to obtain the right run off a tricky draw. Like I said, broken record. That's three races in a row, tricky draws, needing right runs.
And how are you going to split the two of them?
Oh, I just love Ashgrove off the barrier. I just know what sort of run he's going to get, and he's going to improve out to the mile. His first up run not beaten far in a 1350. That's just far short of his distance. I don't think he's ever even won over 1350. I think he's a mile or better horse, and so I think he improved nicely. And I just know the run he's going to get. If I swap the barriers, I'd swap my selection. If Love Sensation drew that soft draw, I'd be all over her at the mile. I've got no queries with her at the distance, but she's just got to get the soft run to sprint quickly.
Okay. Race 6 is the cutest 3-year-old handicap over the 1,050 metres. We have Simbu running in this, who's our friend and just decided to brush us. He'll carry 53.5 kilos, with Angela Jones's 1.5 kilo claim from barrier 2. He is paying $3.60 to win with PlayUp and $1.45 for the place. Gunning for 3 wins in a row, this talented Spirit of Boom gelding, who races in the Huddies colours. Last start he got the job done after hitting the front early at the big Sunshine Coast Straight.
Really nice horse. A lot of freedom rally about this horse. John Rambo, you'll see him run this Sunday. They're those sort of horses. They're the later 3-year-olds turning into 4-year-old that have been very lightly raced. He's a smart horse. He's putting it together. He's still quite green, quite new. I love the low draw, the light weight around Doomben at the 1,000. Barriers are important. I mentioned the 1,100. How much the gates are important. When you get to the 1,050, the 60 more metres important. They are at the 11:10. You get into that corner really quickly. So I think he gets a beautiful run here. He's got good gate speed himself. There's plenty of pressure. He should be able to use his natural speed and just come behind that. And I think he looks really well placed. He's possibly my best chance on the day. He's also really I think the step-in grade will suit him because he comes down in weight. It's a competitive 3-year-old race. It's a lot of last chance for that Saturday cutest for these sort of horses. So it's a competitive race as you'd expect, but he's a really nice horse.
We'll move on to race 8 now, which is the open handicap over 1,200 metres. Salateen will run with 56.5 kilos. Ryan Maloney will ride, drawn barrier 10. With PlayUp, she's paying $5.50 to win and $2.15 for the place. She's been very good this preparation without winning. She does get back to her favourite track and trip with 3 wins and a no second from 5 starts, and the moisture in the track will certainly help her.
Doomben suits her. Sting out of the ground suits her. Haven't been able to really get it at Doomben for some time, which is a shame. Her Eagle Farm record's just not there. She's just not as good a horse on the big track of Eagle Farm, but her beaten runs there were good. The other day she had to get back from a wide draw. It's given way too much start from an on-speed dominated race. Form out of that race is very good actually as well, which you'd expect from a Group 3. Back to this open, she's well weighted. She's just poorly drawn. She's ran well off wide draws before. Ryan's just got to try and secure a midfield spot with a bit of cover. If we can get midfield with a bit of cover, she can win the race. I've got no doubt about it. The drop-in grade suits her. The ground will suit her. It's her last run before she goes to stud. She's been a great addition to our stable over the past 2 seasons, and she's done a great job, and she's going to be a great addition to the broodmare band at Rosemont. So
Absolutely.
I'm really confident. Like we saw Sneaky 5 a few weeks ago, went out on a high. I think this mare can do the same on Saturday.
Okay. We are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who do you think your best winning chance at Doomben on Saturday is?
I think barriers at Doomben are always my thing. That's without knowing exactly how that track will play. If it does cut up on the inside and horses need to get off fence, like they did at Doomben the other day, that fence just got a little bit tight and they got off, well then barriers may not be as important. But as I talk today, just predicting a soft ground that's fair, Simbu's my best chance. I love the way he maps, and he's a fit horse in good order. He's got a lightweight and a good jockey on, so he ticks the boxes for me.
Okay, your best each way chance?
Maybe we haven't got a whole lot of each way priced horses on the day. They're still quite short, even these horses off wide draws. But if I my heart probably tells me I really want to go with Salateen. She's been, as I said, mentioned before, she's been a great addition to our stable, and she's a mare that's pretty close to our heart, and I'm looking forward to seeing her go to stud. I really want to see her go out a winner. She's busting to win. Her form is not because of lack of effort, it's just the runs that she's been getting, and she's right back to that right grade now with the right surface underfoot, and if Rhino can give her the right steer, she can run really well. And also mentioning about Ryan quickly, it was his birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
He did say he was a certain age. I don't believe him. I think he's a little bit older, but
But
good luck to him. He's hanging in there well. So happy birthday to Ron Maloney for yesterday from all team here at Gollan Racing.
And your best at the provincials at the Sunshine Coast on Sunday?
Very small team this week at the provincials, but a very strong team. Very impressive horse, John Rambo. Queen's Way, she probably in the mile, she's been devoid of luck, but racing well. So, but I'm not going to tip her. I think John Rambo is a very progressive horse. He's in a 3-year-old cutest race yet again at the provincial. It's a strong race, but he's a nice horse. He's one to follow for the stable. He's a Saturday horse all over.
Okay. Best track worker this week?
This week, well, he was pretty good. John Rambo on Wednesday. To be actually truthful to him, I thought he was terrific. But my best this week, I was super happy with the work of Salateen and very happy with the work of Mighty. Simbu worked in company with Shamrock Lou. I thought he was terrific as well. Jimmy Orman rode him Tuesday morning. So some good workers this week. I think we've got a pretty nice team going to Doomben. We're not in every race, but it's a very strong team.
Okay. Your performance from the stable for the week?
Pretty easy one. This one is Freedom Rally. He's an impressive horse, and those colours, the Peter Anastasia colours, Shades of Vega 1. He's a really nice horse for Freedom Rally, and I can't wait to see him at Eagle Farm again in 2 weeks.
Now, courtesy of PlayUp, it is the stable special offer for this week, and this week they have given you $3 for Simbu to finish top 2. Last week they did offer $3 for Freedom Rally to finish top 2, and he bolted in. More good money for that.
Yeah, I like it. I wish the stake was higher. Rather than 50, make it 500. But no, I think I like him. He's only about $3.60 the win, so $3 to finish top 2 is a fantastic offer. He maps beautifully, and I really like the horse.
Okay, it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. He missed both legs last week, but not by far. Devastating came close to the win, while Kudo Tenier was only a length away from a place at very big odds. Hopefully he's going to strike oil one day. Let's see what he's got for us this week.
Welcome to Cav's Corner for this week. No joy last week, but this week we'll go to the provincials on Sunday. We'll go Johnny Rambo a win, Queen's Way a win. Good punning, guys. Before I go, a belated 50th birthday to Ryan Maloney. Happy 50th, son. And then also to Kyle Wilson-Taylor and Angela Jones. She had a name change when she was in Rockhampton. Her name was Angelina. They got engaged on last Friday. Congratulations, guys. Ange, there's a chance still to get out of it. Bye-bye.
So he's just stuck with the provincials, going back to his preferred provincials. He's gone Queen's Way a win on Sunday and to John Rambo a win.
I did say last week, but all those winners the week before, and he didn't get his multi. Like he's in a bit of trouble. But in fairness to him, he chose a bit of value last week, and he was bloody stiff.
Yeah.
The track was a lot softer than what they had it as a good four. It wasn't a good four at all. Stewards out there, if you do watch your show, you probably don't, but if you do, that track was not a good four early in the meeting. The times indicate that, and I think that just cost devastating late. He's just better on right up on top of the ground, and Kudo Tenier, if he gets in at all from that barrier, he definitely runs top 3. So he was a little bit stiff last week, and I sort of thought his multi was a bit out there, but so he was pretty stiff. the barriers aren't out for Thursday, for Sunday. They're out later today on Thursday as we do this show. And if they do happen to both draw well, his multi is not bad.
Not bad. Are you sure both those horses last week didn't just hear that Craig had put them as multi?
Well, you're pretty stiff if you back Cooted in there the place after the first one got beat, because normally
True.
the second leg of his multi does get up. So
very, very true.
You were quite stiff there.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck on Saturday, Tony. Doomben is your favourite track, and we return there.
Yeah, it's good to be back at Doomben. I think Eagle Farm's been racing really well. I just mentioned then I thought the rating was a bit wrong last week. Times indicate that. But it's holding a bit of moisture in the track now, which is, it's not something for us to be disappointed in. I think it's a good thing for Eagle Farm to hold that little bit of moisture, because horses are pulling up very well from their racing. So, no, looking forward to get back to Doomben Cloud. I do like it there. I'll be interested to see just how it does dry out over the coming days. And as always on these sorts of tracks at this time of the year, you want to watch those first few races for any perceived bias in the track.
Yeah, best of luck to everyone on the weekend.